Explorers. Here's the feedback for interval 2. So we're looking at your objectives, goals and objectives, and also your audit requirement 1. So here I am in your vision and objectives, and maybe something I would suggest is breaking down these titles, because vision is very different from goals and objectives, and functional requirements are different from data requirements, just for ease of flow. But anyways, so here we are at the vision and objectives. So the vision is you're moving from a current state of paper system to a future state of software, and this one's the current state, future state are very well documented, and I like your breakdown of what you're going from the current state of in-store orders, takeout and delivery, inventory and tracking, and also matching that with what is currently your what is now and where you're trying to go. That's a really good job. So when we come to goals and objectives, we are focusing on phase 1. So your first objective here is for audit. So what I would recommend is having these objectives in bullet forms, because that will be easy to track, because you want to know what is it that you're trying to achieve. As we talked about in class yesterday, is just bullet points of measurable goals of what you're trying to achieve. And actually, you have already done that in these future state. So if you can convert these future state orders into bullet points, for example, goal number 1. So cashiers will take orders at the counter by use of software. So that's a goal. At the end of the day, we'll measure, are cashiers using software at the counter? So goal number 2 is that deliveries will be transitions from calling in or placing online through store website. Something that is measurable, something that you're planning to do, something that you're planning to implement. I hope that makes sense. So it is not wrong what you have said here, but it's really nice to have objective goals that are in bullet lists, so that when we come back we can say, did you achieve this, did you achieve this, did you achieve this? Okay, so those are goals and objectives, and then we can go back to functional requirements is what you're doing this week. So we go to your audit requirements. So your audit requirements, as I mentioned, you have good audits. You are using a IT process and organization. So in this, you're going through the IT process of transitioning from paper form, and you're using it for efficient data collection. So the process is good, that you're going to implement a CRM system that is going to be taking those orders. So the control part is saying, in moving to this new system, what controls are you setting in place that will make sure that this system is actually used effectively? And you're using this word effective and efficient approach, but that is the general idea. But what are you doing in order to make sure that that system works? So the use of technical functionality from the CRM system will document tackles business orders, schedules, etc. in an effective and efficient approach. How are you implementing that effective and efficient approach? For example, if your CRM system is documenting customer delivery information, orders, and so forth, so your control could be that at the let me think about this. So your control could be that we are going to ensure that orders are not taken in paper forms, but all orders are actually documented in the CRM or whatever software we are using. something like that. A control is how are we measuring that what we implemented here, this process, is actually functioning. I hope that makes sense. And that is the same here with this is policy is what is the rule, process is how are we implementing that rule, and control is how do we make sure that that rule is well implemented and we can measure that it's being used the way it is supposed to be used. I hope that makes sense. But the your domains that you're using, subdomains you're using, they make sense. They line up with what you said you're going to do. They line up with your vision. They line up with your goals. So I have no issues with with your POs. What I would ask to review a little bit is your controls. And I think that is all the feedback I have for you. Maybe just giving a sneak peek of whether you have started your functional requirements. And I can see that's not started yet. So that will be for next week. But good job so far. You are heading the right direction. You are working well. And your ideas are great and they're lining up. Just a few tweaks here and there. Thank you.